All right, so buckle up, because today we are going on a deep dive.
Ooh, a deep dive.
That's right. I love those. Yeah, today it's 1870s London. We're talking cobblestone streets, gas lamps, a city absolutely bursting with life, but
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
we're also going to talk about the underbelly, the stark contrasts.
Yeah, London had a lot of grit.
Grit indeed.
Definitely.
You know, one of our listeners specifically asked about what life was like for a common family in London during this time.
Oh, interesting. It was such a fascinating period, wasn't it? I mean, think about it.
I know Queen Victoria was on the throne.
Exactly. And the Industrial Revolution was in full swing.
And London was really becoming this global powerhouse.
Yeah, all of that is true. But we have to remember that all of that growth came at a cost, especially, for the working class.
Okay, so let's break it down. We always hear about the wealth gap, but what did that actually look like day to day for a family just trying to make ends meet?
Yeah.
In 1870s, London.
Okay, so picture this. A family living in a cramped tenement building, like in the slums. And not the kind of romantic, charming, kind that you see in the movies.
Not at all.
Yeah, think like narrow, dimly lit alleys with overflowing sewage ditches.
Ugh.
Yeah. And they might have a single room for the entire family.
Really?
Yeah. And they'd be sharing a communal water pump and a privy with, countless other families.
Wow. That's a far cry from our modern apartments.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So if we were to walk in their shoes for a day, what would that even look like?
Okay, so imagine this. Their day would start before dawn, like way before the sun even thought about rising.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, right? They'd be woken up by the rumbling of horse-drawn carriages and the shouts of street vendors, already hawking their wares.
So already bustling, even at that hour.
Oh, yeah, absolutely bustling. And then, the father, who's probably a laborer or a craftsman of some kind, would head off to work. And it would be a long, grueling shift in often, quite dangerous conditions. Meanwhile, the mother, she would be juggling childcare, domestic chores,
Right.
and maybe even taking on piecework to bring in extra income.
So like sewing garments or doing laundry.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Things like that for wealthier families.
So, I mean, it sounds like a constant struggle just to survive, to just exist.
Absolutely.
So what were some of the biggest concerns that they would have had on a daily basis?
Well, disease was a huge one.
Of course.
Yeah, they would be living in constant fear of outbreaks. Like, for example, cholera. Cholera ravaged London during that time.
Right.
It was a horrible illness.
Oh, I can imagine.
And it was terrifying because they didn't really understand how it spread. People
Yeah.
were trying all sorts of remedies.
Interesting.
Some of them effective, some completely bizarre.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, they were wearing things like garlic necklaces or carrying Lucky Charms.
Wow. So it's tragic, but also kind of funny in a way. Like it
Yeah.
really highlights how different their understanding of medicine was back then.
Right. Absolutely.
So we've got food, we've got health, but what about just getting by, like financially?
Right. Well, even with, both parents working, they still might struggle to afford basic necessities.
Like
Food, like coal for heating,
Hmm.
the price of bread, for example, which was a staple for the working class.
Of course.
It could fluctuate so wildly that it would lead to real hardship.
Wow.
Yeah. And if the, main breadwinner, if the father was injured or lost his job, then the entire family could be thrown into destitution.
So they were always just one event away from complete disaster.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's hard to imagine living with that level of uncertainty hanging over you every single day.
Yeah.
But even with all this hardship, there must have been moments of joy. People always find a way, right, to find the light, even in the darkness.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they really cherished the simple pleasures.
Like what?
Oh, well, a warm cuppa at the end of a long day,
Okay.
a sing-along at the local pub, or even just, a stroll through one of London's new parks.
I like it.
It was a much-needed respite. And, the communities, they were incredibly tight-knit. Neighbors would help each other out, sharing what little they had and providing support when it was needed.
So they relied heavily on each other.
They did.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
How even in these incredibly challenging circumstances, people find a way to connect and find joy.
Yeah. Yeah, it really makes you appreciate those simple moments,
It does.
doesn't it?
It does. So, I mean, when we think about the resilience of these families
Oh, yeah.
and their resourcefulness,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you wonder, how did their experiences shape the London that we know today?
That's a great question. It really is.
Yeah,
How much of their spirit, their sense of community, and their determination, how much of that can still be found in this vibrant, city?
that's such a great question.
Yeah.
What a thought-provoking question for all of you to ponder as we wrap up this deep dive.
It was a good one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing to think about how looking back at history can give us a new perspective on the present. Thanks for joining us on this journey to 1870s London.
My pleasure.
It was a good one.
It was a good one.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you up you.